Will China or the US who will collapse first? In terms of economic output and strength, the gap between America and China's GDP stands at about $10 trillion. China could overtake America's economy by 2035, assuming 5% in annual GDP growth. China has reached a new stage in its economic development, with much greater innovation capabilities in its universities and domestic companies, and on many innovation indicators, China now leads the United States. Economists from EY estimate that a 1 percentage point decrease in China's GDP growth would lead to a fall of 0.3 for the US, while recent research from Wells Fargo shows that a substantial slowdown in China's growth would only have a moderate impact on U.S. GDP growth. China's harmful and unfair economic practices, including trade in illicit goods, use of forced labor, and theft of sensitive technologies, pose risks to the U.S. economic and security interests. China is also developing its military capabilities, posing challenges to the U.S. military. Economists predict that China will overtake the U.S. economy by 2028, 5 years earlier than forecast originally. China is the only global power to have experienced major growth this past year. China's nominal GDP is the second largest after the United States, but measured at PPP, China's GDP is larger than that of the United States. We compare relative child poverty in the United States with poverty in a set of selected countries. The takeaway is that the United States underinvests in its children and their families, and in so doing this leads to high child poverty and poor health and educational outcomes. These are the 4 superpowers of the future. Country Superpower Status Power Ranking, U.S. News 2023, United States Extant Superpower 1, China Potential Superpower 2, Russia Potential Superpower 3. Germany Potential Economic Superpower 4, ITS very hard to pinpoint which country will fall because the future is changing very rapidly.